Hello, everybody. I'm Lara from Perfectly Easy English. And in this video, we're going to look at how to use already with the past perfect. Already is one of those typical perfect tense signal words, and we use it with the past perfect much as we do with the present perfect. This video begins with an explanation and lots of examples. And around the 7-minute mark, you will find lots and lots of practice exercises. So let's begin. How do we use already with the past perfect? Already means something happened unexpectedly, usually earlier than expected. And what is its position in the sentence? Already comes between had and the past participle. For example, they had already left when we arrived. Here are some practice exercises. Look at these sentences and decide if already is in the correct position. First sentence is she had already eaten dinner when he called. The second sentence is we already had seen the movie before it was on TV. And the third sentence is by the time Bob arrived, Sheila had eaten already dinner. Now decide which of these are correct and which are incorrect. I'll give you 5 seconds to decide. Which ones are correct? You guessed it, there's only one that is correct, and it's the first one. The other two are wrong. Now correct the sentences that are wrong. These sentences are wrong because already needs to come between had and the past participle. So all we need to do is take already here in this one and move it between had seen. And here in this sentence, we need to take already and move it between had and eaten. In this exercise, put already in the correct place in these sentences. Let's do the first one together. The first sentence is the party had started when they arrived. We know that already comes between the helping verb and the past participle. So we know that it goes between had and started. Okay, so here we go. Now we have already in the correct place in the sentence, and it reads, the party had already started when they arrived. Now you do number 2. Say the sentence out loud and put already in the correct place. I'll give you 5 seconds. The correct answer is, by the time we got to the theater, the play had already started. Okay, now you do number 3. You have 5 seconds. And the answer is, when Mary watered the plant, it had already wilted. Now you do number 4. The correct answer is, Ned had already gone to bed when the phone rang. Now do number 5. Correct answer is, Sue ate some cake after she had already brushed her teeth. Great job! Now we're ready to talk about when we use already in a past perfect sentence. As I said earlier, we use already when something is unexpected, surprising, or even disappointing. Look at these two sentences. When Jim arrived at the station, the train had already left. And here's the other. When Bob had finished dinner, he washed the dishes. Why can we use already in the first sentence, but not in the second? In the first sentence, already tells us that something did not happen as expected. Let's have a look at this short film. Jim arrived at the station, but too late. No train. Jim had expected to arrive on time. Look how upset he is. So we can say, when Jim arrived at the station, the train had already left. Now here's the second sentence. When Bob had finished dinner, he washed the dishes. In this sentence, there is no already. But why don't we use already in this sentence? Because nothing unexpected happened. Usually, we eat dinner and then after we wash the dishes. No surprises. So we can say, Bob washed the dishes when he had finished dinner. It's practice time. And which of these sentences can already be used? Think about whether an action or event in the sentence is surprising or unexpected. Let's do the first one together. The sentence is, by the time I found my umbrella, it had stopped raining. Did I expect it to stop raining? No, I didn't. So the fact that it stopped raining was unexpected and maybe even a little surprising. So can we use already here? Yes, we can. And here it is. By the time I found my umbrella, it had already stopped raining. Now I want you to pause the video and read sentences 2 through 6. Decide if already can be used in any of the sentences and write down your answers. When you're ready, you can start the video again and find out the solutions. Okay, here are the solutions. Number 2, they canceled the trip because it had started to rain. That sounds to me like a pretty expected thing, right? Rain starts, you might cancel a trip. So we don't need already here. Okay, sentence number 3. As soon as they had eaten breakfast, they started their hike. Once again, that sounds pretty unsurprising to me. Eat breakfast and then start on a hike. No surprises. So can we use already in this sentence? No, we can't. It wouldn't sound right. Sentence number 4. By the time I called her, she had gone to bed. Can we use an already in this sentence? Well, if I tried to call her, I probably expected that she was awake or that she hadn't gone to bed, but she had, so it is a little bit unexpected. So the answer is yes, we can use an already in this sentence. So let's add already to the sentence. By the time I called her, she had already gone to bed. Sentence 5. I went to bed when I had finished my book. This seems like a very unsurprising order of events. You might finish your book and then you go to bed. So we wouldn't put an already in this sentence. Sentence number 6. When I got to school, class had started. Now, is this a usual thing? No. Usually, we get to school on time. So we get to school and then class starts. So this is unusual. So can we use already in this sentence? Yes, we can. So let's add already to our sentence. The sentence now reads, when I got to school, class had already started. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. And don't forget to hit subscribe.